Welcome to Game Scrubs number 36. YUGE.
YUGE.
I'm one of your hosts, Cal. Joining me, as always, as per usual, is Jake. Jake, how you doing?
I'm doing great. A lot of interesting news happened this week. Played a lot of video games. Won another week of fantasy. No surprise there, but just really feeling it, man.
Yeah. All channel points being redeemed in the chat will be addressed at the end of the stream.
Correct.
So, I had a okay week. Middle of the week was not so good.
No.
My grandmother passed. But it's okay because she was in a lot of pain, and it was just, I was just glad to see that they actually were able. One, I was glad I was able to even go in and see her, first off. And two, I was happy to hear that even though to me it sounded like she was like struggling, they were able to make her comfortable. So, yeah, it is what it is. There comes a point with your grandparents, for those who may be younger listeners, where you're at least emotionally preparing. And with her, I was pretty emotionally prepared. So that's enough of that. That's how my week went, which is why I did not stream too much. I also was trying to spend a little bit more time with my girlfriend.
The audacity.
So, with all that said, you said you said already that you played a bunch of games and you saw a bunch of the news. The one of the few streams I did have was like 4 fucking hours long.
Yes,
and that's because I did not expect to keep going after the PS5 showcase, but there we were. We were still going on Celeste. So, yeah, we are ready here with the top gaming news of the week. Everybody be ready. Everybody should tweet out to G4 right now saying, hey,
fuck yeah, dude.
Get your boy at Humble Halfway in front of the screen because he is so goddamn attractive. Getting mistaken for George Clooney all the time.
Those Iowa paparazzis, though. Thank God they're so fat and slow.
Yeah. I might take a full screenshot and post that to the general chat as far as the application goes.
Yes, that was beautiful. That was a work of art, my dude. That was fantastic.
Well, I read that. They said that they wanted they wanted someone funny, so I was like, well, I'm ugly, so I know that's what.
You're like, I'm kind of a professional.
I got that kid walking up with the expert shirt on.
God, I got that message from you while I was driving. I'm like, I have a message from Cal. Pulled into the parking lot, read that, legitimately laughed out loud in my car. I'm sure someone who walked past was probably just like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy? But I was like, that's so perfect. That's hilarious. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Well, for
A+, dude.
Yeah. Thank you. For those of you who are unaware, this is the #1 podcast, hosted usually at 6 o'clock. I apologize. My girlfriend and I made some steak paninis.
Those look incredible.
With bacon and lettuce and tomato and homemade garlic aioli.
Oh my God, dude. How was it?
Good.
Sorry.
It was legitimately good. I just I wish I could have spent more time pressing down on the George Foreman because that's what we used. We don't have a panini press, as she made me aware of. I gotta make sure.
Yeah, that shit's good. Those are I don't make enough paninis to necessitate a press, but they're pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think she's here, so I can talk about it. I don't know, maybe she'll come in and just start choking me out or something.
Oh, lucky.
Joke's on her. I'm into that shit. So anyway, usually we do stream our podcast at 6. It's a little later. Sorry.
It's okay. It gave me time to order pizza. As soon as you said, let's push it back, I literally just ordered pizza because the Domino's is around the corner. And I'm like, oh, I got time.
Admiral Akbar is in the chat right now saying, life hack, put that stuff near your bed for bacon in the morning. Here's the thing, though, is you act like I leave any bacon whatsoever left over, which is not the case.
We only eat bacon 1 pack at a time.
Yeah.
1 pack a day, baby. Cutting back. pack a day.
Just a pack of bacon a day. Oh my gosh.
It's cheaper than smoking a pack of cigarettes a day in Iowa. Even your cheapest cigarettes are more expensive than like your standard bacon.
Man, I'll just start smoking bacon then.
Just like roll up my bacon.
Roll up some bacon. Ugh. I think I just found a new YouTube video for us to do. Smoking that bacon.
Oh, y'all, I have a really good idea for a YouTube series. I'm going to talk to Cal after this, and it may start getting made next week.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, you're here for the Game Scrubs podcast.
You're here for the game in Game Scrubs, not us being scrubs, right?
Yeah, the scrubs are just part of it. It's part of the deal.
Well, this week in particular, now,
holy fuck,
is basically like why we exist, right?
Yeah. Here's the thing. We usually both collect articles and send them to each other and decide what we're going to talk about. And after some of the news dropped today, I was just like, all right, this happened after the podcast last week. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about what happened today. And honestly, that should be plenty. We have 4 articles because there's going to be plenty to talk about.
Yeah.
It's so exciting.
So I actually forgot before we started to mention which one I think we should lead off with. And I think it should be, I think we were both going here anyway, but the GameSpot article.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yeah.
With the biggest PS5 announcements from the PS5 showcase event. There was a showcase event. A lot of you actually were very kind and decided to join me as I reacted to it live. And as a matter of fact, there is a highlight out there right now showing how I was able to actually join IGN as a part of their crew. I was reacting real time with the IGN folks. I was there with them,
that was
providing
hilarious.
my input. And it was a sight to behold. Mom, get the camera. I'm finally a part of IGN.
It was a little frustrating. They never really responded to what you were saying to them.
Could you believe
And that was rude.
That
was rude.
Come on, guys.
We get it.
I'm right here.
He's the new guy, but for fuck's sake, he was making some good points.
Yeah. Like me agreeing with some of the stuff they say.
Yeah.
Disagreeing with other things they said.
Brian Altano saying shit that I generally don't agree with.
Them getting the price of 4K Blu-ray players wrong.
Yeah.
So, let's get into the event itself.
Hit me, bro. I'm ready.
It started off hot.
Oh, fuck yes, it did, dude. How did it start, though?
It started off... wait, did it start? Yeah, it did.
It
started
did,
off
dude.
with Final Fantasy 16's announcement.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Uh...
My god, dude. And what is so special about this game, though? That, by the way, looked absolutely amazing.
Basically, well, there's a couple different things about this. You alluded to it earlier, where this seems to be a return to some of the earlier formulas of Final Fantasy.
Arguably the golden years.
Yeah.
Me personally, you know me, I'm a Super Nintendo fanatic. I've played played the American first 3 Final Fantasies, which is 1, 4, and 6.
Mm-hmm.
6 is my favorite. That being said, it is undeniable that they were most successful from Final Fantasy 7 through 12. Like when it was just PlayStation and PlayStation 2 exclusives, dude. Holy shit, they were just churning them out. Like, how are they churning out these massive RPGs?
Mm-hmm.
But yes, they're returning to form, back to PlayStation only. And that was one of the biggest issues that they think they had with 13, was trying to port it over to the 360. They rushed it, and it didn't work out for them. And now we're back. We're back, baby.
Something that I noted, or at least I may not have said it out loud at the time when I was reacting to it, but I remember seeing also coming to PC. However, I think since then, I may have seen a tweet or something along those lines saying that was just kind of like an error, a clerical error by whoever types that stuff out usually.
All right, kick
it's
them
actually
out. I'll
not
take it.
coming to PC, at least not right away.
I'll do it.
It'll be literally only PlayStation when it's launched.
That's crazy.
Which is quite a take, but it's also there was no release date. I don't even think there was a release window besides 2021.
I mean, that's pretty good. It's been a hot minute since 15.
Yeah.
They do updates on it and stuff. They've done a lot of DLC and shit like that. But it's been a minute, so it's good to know that they actually were working on something besides just DLC for 15.
Yeah. Now, I will say the one thing that for me that I think of with Final Fantasy, and this is going to sound completely fucking bonkers, right? But
okay, I'm ready. I'm glad I'm sitting.
When I think of Final Fantasy, I think of like the hair.
Oh yeah.
Final Fantasy hair.
Yeah.
And like how it, because growing up, no matter what period it was, I've always thought, man, that hair looks so damn realistic. It looks so good all the time, right?
Cloud baby.
But with this one, the hair, it all looked like the Lego hair. Like
it did.
Like
it didn't
the standard
look good.
Lego hair. That I'm not saying I'm, not interested in the game or whatever.
Just an observation.
I'm just saying it doesn't look like my normal Final Fantasy hair.
Yeah, man. That was the big thing. You don't. Who cares? You can have block hands, but that spiky gold hair.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yes. We want it.
So after that, they segued into they did like a kind of like a weird transition thing.
Yeah.
With the symbols over to Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Oh my God! Hell yeah.
I never checked, and I should have, but I remember asking at the time. It sounds like Miles has a different voice actor, like
I
with
believe
a
so.
slightly higher pitched voice.
Am
I going crazy? Do you remember? Because it very much seemed like, oh man, my mom's gonna be so mad. Okay, that's a little. I did a little too Midwestern there. But anyway, yeah, Miles sounded a little too kid-like for me, but that's fine. I mean, it's just, it doesn't matter what he sounds like. It matters that the gameplay's good, right? It also matters that the story is compelling. But
I mean, yeah, that's kind of important.
But it sounds like, based off what the trailer was showing, it sounds like there's at least some interesting plot threads to pull on, as far as Miles's mother, going from being a teacher to all of a sudden a political savant and, running a campaign. Sponge Daddy, I remember you talking about this. You're still on that train of the mom being the villain.
Oh, I'd be down for it, dude. That would be dope.
I I'd be
Also, it
down
is the
for.
same voice act. It's the same voice actor.
No kidding, huh?
Yep.
I wonder if they pitched him up slightly or
Just
something. It
raise
just
it up a
doesn't
bit.
sound quite right.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm just not remembering correctly. That's fine too. I'm just saying it just sounded a little different.
Speaking of remembering it correctly, though, do you see how much Miles Morales is going to cost?
It says right here, $50.
$50 American.
Yeah, that's less than a trilogy of ports that just recently came out. I'll say that much.
I got it. We'll talk about that later. I think. Well, the thing is, it's going to be kind of like what's it? Oh my gosh, my brain. The Uncharted Lost Legacy. So it's not like as big as it's not going to be as big as the OG Spider-Man that came out in 2018. But it's going to be a good fleshed out story with characters you know, building on the universe, and I think that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Insomniac has shown that when they work with PlayStation, they make great games. When they work with Microsoft, they make critically acclaimed games that some people on this podcast don't care for.
So something important to note is if you're not feeling like, or we're unable to, and we'll get to that in a moment.
Oh my gosh, dude.
If you will not have a PS5 when Spider-Man Miles Morales releases, and you decide to get the PS4 version, those who buy that version will be able to upgrade to it for free when they play it on the new system. I think that is hella good marketing right there on its own. Because then you guarantee yourself, okay, we're not going to cap ourselves out by the new gen market.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to let everybody know, okay, yes, you don't have to wait for a PS5 to play the best version. You can still get it and play it on your PS4 and wait for when a PS5 comes out, and we'll give you the new one for free. I think that's great.
Sponge Daddy is saying that it looks like a PS4 game. Hot take. I was just about to say hot take. I don't know. I don't think it looked like a PS4 game. I thought it looked pretty damn good. We shall see how
some of the assets, I guess. Yeah,
we'll see how it looks on the PS5.
Yeah,
because I mean, like something that's really exciting for me is you can get the deluxe edition of Spider-Man Miles Morales for the PS5, and it'll be $70, and it comes with the OG Spider-Man, but like a remastered version of the first game. So that's really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, say it.
So Mach is in the chat right now, pissed off, saying when Microsoft does cross-gen, people shit on Microsoft, but when Sony does it, it's great. And to be honest, I completely agree. I literally have nothing else to add to that. It's just kind of the way it is.
This is going to sound
surrounded by a bunch of fanboys.
I was going to say, yeah. I'm about to say, here's the thing. I'm ignorant to anything that happens with Xbox. So I was like trying to think when you're saying that of like cross-gen Xbox games, and I legitimately couldn't think of anything. And I'm like, fuck.
Sponge, I get Sponge Daddy's point saying that it looked good, but not new gen better. I completely agree. You know what game also was very similar to that, but people did not shit on it quite as much because of what basically amounted to literally like light shows.
What's that?
Assassin's Creed 4.
Yeah. Oh my
Black
gosh,
Flag.
that's true.
Because what would happen is you'd have like your swords clash, right? And they had the sparks, right?
Yep.
Those sparks hid a lot of like just the same not dog shit visuals, but just the
same visuals.
Yes, exactly. My point is it looked the same. It's just they tried to add one extra like particle effect to make it look better. So it's not uncommon for certain games to look a certain, good, better or worse on the next gen game. I mean, fuck. Half these motherfuckers are going to be playing Among Us, a game that looks like it was made in MS Paint in the first place on the PS5. So
100%, dude.
who cares? It's just a matter of granted, you do want your exclusive titles to have a certain polish to them. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But is that complete enough talk about that?
Yeah, that makes sense to me. You know what I want to talk about though? Giving money to a total transphobe.
Mm-hmm.
I can't help it, man. I fucking hate that she's such a piece of shit. Because, man, Hogwarts Legacy looks fucking fun.
Yeah.
They'd been teasing this for quite a while, an open world RPG set in the Harry Potter universe. I didn't know it was going to be set in the 1800s. I think that's really cool. You play as a wizard. There's no Harry Potter. There's no fucking Voldemort. He wouldn't exist. I think it's cool that you just get to be in that world doing. I don't give a fuck about taming fantastical beasts. I thought that was I don't give a shit about that. But
I don't give a shit about that shit.
I was just about to say that. I'm like, how redundant can I be?
Yeah.
Game's supposed to release next year. I'm just very excited. Looks cool.
I'm excited. I think I'm right there with you, where it's like I don't want to have any. I just want to expand the world as it is. And I think I mentioned that during my live take, where I was saying, like, give me something beyond. Give me more about the magic itself, not like, oh man, Dumbledore fucks dudes. Oh God. Man.
Dobby deep throats the Nimbus 2000.
Yeah, exactly.
God, I hate her. She's such a piece of shit, dude. Like, what an asshole.
It's unfortunate that she has said the things that she has said.
It's true. Just like, shut up. Let your world exist. You created.
It was like okay when she made Dumbledore gay, but then she had to keep flapping her fucking mouth about shit.
Like, okay, if you really would have had balls, you would have said it in the books. Okay?
Yeah. like BTW Dumbledore, like in that letter in the last book to Dumbledore.
Oh my God,
BTW was checking out your perfect ass, Dumbledore. You really you better be ready for me to fuck it later. Man.
Oh my God, anyway, dude. I hate that she will make money off of this, but I want to buy it. It looks fun.
It really does look good. It's very unfortunate that it's tied to that, it's unfortunate that J.K. Rowling has fucked her own franchise up, essentially. Because it's ripe for, like, this sort of thing. Expanding it with other people's perspectives, using other people's ideas, but just in a world that happens to have been essentially built by her.
Established by her. She was the one that started, right? It's kind of like Lovecraft. She's not. I mean, one could argue that her transphobia is as bad as his racism, but it's like they start with something cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're the basis of something that's like enjoyable and enjoyed by a lot of people. Now, if we can just do what they did on what the creators of Lovecraft Country did and reclaim it in like the best kind of way, that would be perfect. I'd be totally down for that. But man, it's just so frustrating. She's just such a jerk. Like, she's just such a fuck, dude. But yeah, that's all I got. I can just keep talking about that forever, but I'm here to talk about video games.
Yeah, I can relate to what Mach is saying in the chat, though. How much is actually expanded?
Different skins.
We don't know, though.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't know yet.
We don't know much.
But we saw dragons, which they said were a product of the past. So it may be that we fight a dragon at some point.
I hope so, man.
That'd be neat.
They better work and look good.
Yeah,
I like Avalanche Studio, dude.
They do some good stuff there. Let's move on to what was probably
Oh
Admiral
God.
Akbar's creaming moment.
I mean, this dude, he platinumed the OG game with almost like, I don't know how he did it, but he platinumed the OG Demon Souls remake coming out.
Yeah.
How fucking good did that look, man? Oh my God.
I saw a side by side comparison of the old stuff versus like the old version versus like the new,
Yep.
and my God, it looks
Yep.
so significantly better.
It looks like a new game.
Uh,
Oh, you know what? We said we were gonna hold out, but for Admiral Akbar, I'll slap that nut button for you. I'll just just really hit it. Because man, oh, it looks so good.
it looks really good. Yeah, exactly. And I think a lot of what will go into making it feel even better as well is that SSD, like they mentioned right here, is the with those fast load times.
Oh my God.
Those like touched up assets essentially, right?
Mm-hmm.
The base game, the base frame of data of the game could still be there, but it's a remake, so they build it back up from the ground.
That's how you do a good remake, dude. That's
Yes.
like I mean, yeah, I mean, fucking Final Fantasy VII. You remake it, like
Yeah,
start from the base and just build up to what it could be now.
yeah, and I think one of the most important things about the remake
Mm-hmm.
in this game is it is a launch title.
Oh my God,
On
dude.
November 12th, this game
That's
will be
so
out.
cool. Yeah. Okay. Real quick, Much in the chat says that he's surprised it took so long to put SSDs into consoles, and I agree. It's pretty wild that it took them. Like you'd think that honestly, it should have been last generation, but I'm glad that they're here now.
It should have been last generation. I agree there. But I also think that it should have been in that like mid-generation upgrade.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey, the Xbox
sure.
Series X. Okay, the teraflops on that thing, or sorry, the Xbox One X. The teraflops on it were untouchable.
Yeah, at the time. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying SSDs don't hurt either.
No,
They don't
not
hurt
at all.
either.
Why not, dude? SSDs are like pretty standard for a fucking computer. I don't know. But I'm really happy for that Dark Souls remake. I'm so pumped.
Yes. I really, it looks good enough to where I kind of want to play it.
Oh, dude.
Bloodborne, I'm sorry, but that game fucking sucks.
Whoa. Okay, I haven't played Bloodborne.
I
say it like I've played it, but I've heard it's like the pinnacle. I've heard it's like the peak Souls game.
It's good. I don't know. I just don't. I'm just not having a good fucking time with it. It's just a pain in the ass.
I was gonna say, the easiest way to beat Bloodborne, though, right?
Is to get good.
You fucking know it, bitch.
Yeah. I will continue to try.
Admiral Akbar is getting pissed in the chat.
Yeah, that's fine. You know what? I don't even care. He can keep
Admiral Akbar, stick around for the end of the stream when we talk about football.
Yes. Yes. And make sure it's on the main TV in your apartment.
I'll throw it on my TV in the background. Oh my gosh. But speaking of Admiral Akbar, though, this guy, I know, known him for years, always been a big fan of this series called God of War.
Yeah.
And the end of this stream, well, besides what comes next, is they teased the God of War sequel. Holy
yes.
shit, dude.
And they teased it with the sound of the tree. What the fuck? I think it's called the werewood tree. It's the sound of the tree growing that goes in between literal dimensions, like Alfheim and Yorheim and Myheim and everybody's Weimaraner. Yeah.
Boy.
They had that sound of the tree growing, and then they had like the symbols going around it, and that was it. It was just a little teaser.
God, but it was
I I called it before they started it. I was like, they are so absolutely going to announce something. Gonna give us a little tease of some God of War something. I did not think. I mean, it's about what I expected. Where it's just saying, "Hey, there you go."
It wasn't Corey Barlog on Twitter, but one of the lead developers was like, "Hey, this isn't going to be like Miles Morales. This is a full new God of War game."
Yes.
Oh,
well, I feel like
She was
that's a
like-
bit of a backhanded compliment as far as the like two Insomniac games, but at the
it's
same
true
time,
though.
Yeah,
It's just a fact.
you do want to establish that. Now.
Yeah, like this is going to be a full sequel to God of War.
Emerald Akbar is saying, I wasn't expecting a tease for God of War until 2021, game 2022. I still think the game's coming out in 2022. I'm just going to throw that out there. I don't think this game is anywhere close. I think they're going to show gameplay this coming summer. You know, 3/4 of a year from now.
I don't know, man. I think it's going to come out in 2022. Because, I mean, they've already established the good, like, whatever engine they used for the first God of War really fucking worked for them. And now with even less loading and stuff, like, the thing about God of War that really got me was the way they hid the loading screens. It was so good. It was brilliant. And now that's even less of a problem with the PS5. So I think that they're going to be ready. I think they're going to be ready for 2022. Also, I love in the chat that they're calling you out about Bloodborne still.
I said it sucks, and then I went, it's good. I
good.
like admitted it's good. I already admitted it's good.
Don't worry, someone clip that.
I'm just mad. I'm just mad with the fucking game, okay? Why can't I just progress? What's wrong with progressing in a fucking game already?
You progress by being good at the game.
You progress by replaying the same goddamn thing 3,000 fucking times.
Okay, we've talked about it before, but it's just one of my favorite Bloodborne stories. Admiral Akbar and I were going to get DPDO when I lived in IC. So he came down. We drove to get DPDO. He came down. We ordered it, hung out and talked, went to go get it, came back. And he was like, I was like, oh, do you want to hang out down here or go upstairs to your apartment? And he's like, well, my roommate was trying to beat this one part of Bloodborne, but I'm sure he's past there by now. We go upstairs, and he's still on that same part. And it was like an hour and a half later.
All right, I'm going to pause you right there, and I'm going to just call him, fuck you, Admiral Akbar, okay? I saw the fucking kids on YouTube. I parry, okay? I know how to fucking parry. You're pissing me off.
The chat's telling you to get good. That's why I'm not streaming Bloodborne.
God damn it. This is why I didn't want to fucking play this stupid game where you replay.
Put it on the list, dude.
Yeah. But it's a Sony exclusive. Fucking Sony exclusives. So fucking good. Everybody loves them so much.
Cal single-handedly destroying the salt industry.
They talk about millennials destroying all these industries. Well, watch out, salt! Morton, I'm coming for you, brother. I got plenty of salt.
We need to. I'm gonna send you a link to a video, and we need you to recreate. I need you to recreate it. Okay.
Okay.
This is a video. We can film it. This was a video I made last year during fantasy football.
Are you sending it to me on Discord, or how are you sending this?
I'm sending it to you on Discord. You can pull it up and show it to everybody, because it's me. I'm not gonna throw a copyright strike at you or anything.
Oh my god, I know exactly what the fuck this is.
You know exactly which one it is. It's so dumb. It's almost a minute long, but
wait. We'll pull it up.
But
here.
it is pretty spot on, man.
Yeah.
It's oh boy, what's this? A classic. What is this link that I got? Salt is the way. Oh my god. Oh man, Sponge Daddy in the chat dropping those good links. Oh my gosh. Thank you for sharing this with the people. This is a small glimpse into my my fantasy football season. And also why
Mine
last
too.
year, not
Damn.
this year.
Oh my god.
But this is also why I have not played any Souls games yet. I also need to get good. But I would love to play Demon Souls. Start with the OG, even if it's a remake of the OG. Gosh, this was painful to shoot, literally.
I bet.
I showed that to one of my coworkers, and he's like, "Oh, who's running the camera for you?" And I'm like, "Me." I just set it up, did it a long shot, and then I zoomed in and did a close shot of me eating fucking salt.
Hey, who got a pic inside of my apartment? What the fuck?
I'm in this video and I don't like it.
Yeah. Oh my god. Anyway,
enough. We've talked about God of War plenty, but you know what we haven't talked about? The big part of this whole fucking presentation.
I think there's two parts. I think there's two parts.
A second. Hit me. What do you
the price and release date, right? That's one part. Let's talk about that first. Okay? Because I think the PlayStation Plus collection is the second part that is huge. Huge.
Huge.
But we'll talk about that after the price and release date. So, what's your reaction? What do you think? It's coming out November 12th, and the standard version is $499, and the all digital version is going to be $100 cheaper at $399. So, what do you think about that?
What's the internal memory on the second one? Are we gonna have another issue where with hard drives, where it takes them years to use external hard drives? Asking for a friend.
It is going to be, well, they'll claim it's a terabyte, but approximately, 175 gigs are going to be already taken up.
Yes, sir.
So it's going to be 825 gigabyte SSD. So you're going to want another storage option.
Yes.
If you're asking me, that's what you want. Uh-oh. I have fucked up. How did I fuck up? I need to bring this back down. Okay, there we go.
Oh, I was just about to mention that to you, but you got it.
Okay. So yeah. For 825 gigabytes. Not, in my opinion, if it's going to be all digital, that is not enough. I would have definitely preferred. But here's the thing though, is for $399 to get still the exact same power out of the console, just only digital. Do you think that warrants only the $100 price drop? Because if you're asking me, that's fine, because then you're able to afford the additional storage.
Yeah,
you can spend $100 on a storage drive of your choosing.
Dude, you can, for $100, you can get a pretty solid storage drive.
It could even be a hard drive, like a
100%.
External hard drive. You could get like a 3 terabyte one for that, if you're willing to give up the speed that the SSD offers.
Yeah.
Now, you could also get a external or internal, not internal.
You can move them back and forth though, right?
Yeah. Yes, you can. That's a good point. As I'm just talking in terms of the storage alone. Installing the game on OneDrive for storage, and then if you decide to, make it like the main game that you're trying to beat, whatever, you can move it over to the SSD.
Yep.
stuff back.
Mm-hmm.
Although they have not yet shown their UI, I'm sure that
Oh,
based off of previous iterations, that
mhm.
it will be just as intuitive as before.
Oh man, dude. Oh, so good. Sponge Daddy in the chat mentioned as long as devs are good HDD citizens, it shouldn't be too big of a problem. Looking at you, Activision and Rockstar.
Yeah, or EA for as well
Oh yeah,
for their
gosh.
for like their sports games. If people like playing sports games, which
Yep. Yep.
there's still plenty of them out there, and I
Uh,
myself have actually considered recent iterations of Madden. However, that's purely out of just like I wonder what it's like now.
I love that it's literally just a reskin, and sometimes they forget to fix it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like Madden 20
Oh
was
my gosh.
literally Madden 19 just
Yeah,
reskinned, and it showed
literally, and
because
they
like
forgot to hit some of the things, so it still said Madden 19.
yes, exactly.
It's like fuck.
Oh my god.
That's easy money for them, dude. It's so easy money.
Yeah.
And if they would see, the thing is, if they ran their business like a TV, like a channel, that would be so smart. Because that's where channels make their good money is off shitty, easy, cheap reality TV, and then you get the high quality stuff that's up for Emmys and shit like that. And so, like, that's how you do everything with movies. You make your blockbusters that make you a shit ton of money, and then you can take a gamble on some art house movie that wins you some Oscars. But EA is not doing that.
Yeah.
They're like, single player games are dead.
It'd be
Sony's like, fuck you.
it'd be cool if like EA Play was instead like, okay, you pay $10 a month and you'll get to play all of our sports games. Like any sports game you want, you can play. And eventually we may roll out updates for all of them, but you'll still have access to them, right? Like they could upgrade the visuals and just keep the same engine, whatever, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And then maybe at some point be like, okay, you know, after 5 years or whatever, right? If they develop an entire new engine,
Yep.
they can say, okay, uh, no, they can't say that.
No, they can't.
But you get what you get the point though, where they're gonna roll out big updates, and
Mm-hmm.
then in the meantime have smaller updates until their new next engine comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Now they try and make it sound like between each iteration, oh my god, we had to build it from the ground up. We started
Nope.
from scratch, completely nothing. We used no previous assets whatsoever, even though we have everything scanned in and players' faces aren't really changing all that much, unless they have strokes from all the CTE. But you get my point.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. But yeah, that'll be big on fitting games onto like how you decide what to play, what to keep on your console, stuff like that.
Totally.
Um,
And I think, but here's my point was that they could totally do that with EA All Access
oh yeah, they could.
or EA Play, whatever.
Yeah,
the fuck
you
it's
know what
called.
I know what you're talking about. That thing that's part of Game Pass now.
Yeah, unfortunately.
We'll get there. We'll
Yeah.
get there.
Um,
Speaking of Game Pass, though,
yes. So
what do you think? Hit me. Go ahead. Lead the way, boss.
PlayStation Plus collection.
Holy shit.
It's basically the way to bridge the gap from one generation to another by including the PS4's best games. Wow. As part of the existing PlayStation Plus subscription. So basically, they'll get God of War, Days Gone, Persona 5, Monster Hunter World, and even more. I believe I remember seeing The Last Guardian in there for some reason.
Yep. Oh wow. I mean, it's what, a solid like 7.5.
It was good, not great. It wasn't a hate out of 10. So
Boo. Oh, dude. But yeah, some quality games in there for P5.
P5 for sure. Days Gone was the one that interested me, honestly, because that's a game where I'd be
I
so
wasn't gonna
down
buy
to
it.
try it for free, but I do
Yep.
not want to pay a single penny until I actually play it. Because
10 out of 10.
even when it was announced, I was like, bro, I'm so fucking tired of zombie games.
Exactly. Fucking
Like
exactly, man.
I'm over it, you know? Like
Been over it.
at least with
Last of Us.
Last of Us, they put a spin on it, right?
Exactly.
They
It
made it
wasn't about the
fresh.
zombies anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
It was about the relationships in this zombie infested world.
Yeah, it was about the interesting shit.
During your live stream, Sponge Daddy made a comment that it really killed the mood and like the flow of the show when that came on, and I couldn't agree more. That just felt so shoehorned into the rest of everything.
It was we got paid to put this in here.
Oh, 100%.
So,
Damn. Other than that, though, like,
Deathloop still looks like one of the best fucking games in the near future. I'm
I know
so
you're pretty hyped.
I I am so hyped for that game.
I love the
So
art style.
so hyped. DMC 5, well, Devil May Cry 5, since DMC is now like a separate thing, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
Special
come on,
edition.
get your shit together.
Um, Oddworld, Five Nights at Freddy's, Resident Evil 8, Village. You know, these are all games that were also shown, but it's like kind of just on the edge there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think all of this culminates in a very good showcase event.
I thought so. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah. So
All right.
let's
But
move on.
it was a really good event. But then
It
they had a lot of
culminated in
pre-orders.
a pre-order apocalypse, if you will. Basically, they put out a tweet saying they could have been better, and they apologized. And
That's it.
they're gonna
truly
have more
apologize for that.
PS5s, and they'll be available through the end of the year.
I mean, that's good that they're putting up more pre-orders, but are like the console's gonna fucking be there?
Who knows?
Yeah.
And Amazon even was saying basically, even if you pre-ordered, we can't guarantee that we're going to get them to you on time because this is like such a massive influx on their normal traffic in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Man, like, not to be that guy, but Xbox didn't have that problem.
because they haven't opened their pre-orders yet.
Exactly.
They're not opening them until the 22nd. So tomorrow.
There we go. Yep, in the chat. Sorry, right after I said that, Mach in the chat figure hoping Xbox pre-orders is just as much of a shit show. It shouldn't, like, Admiral Akbar's right. It shouldn't be that bad. Not saying that as like a Sony guy. It just means that they are more prepared and ready for this.
They have the ability
Especially
to be
after
more prepared.
they do. They have the ability, so I'd assume so. We'll see.
I have seen enough through Twitter and Reddit and other locations to basically note that, Sony had to make more consoles in the first place,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just going to be that much bigger.
We'll see. We'll see. We shall see, baby. Yeah, exactly. More than 12-hour heads up would be nice. And people are frantic. They're like, I gotta get this thing.
Yeah.
I get it. But we'll see if hopefully everyone gets their consoles that they pre-order. I know some people who have pre-ordered, and I hope they get them.
And I hope they're happy with them.
Oh, fuck yeah. I bet they will be.
Let me ask you, did you pre-order a PS5?
No, I did not.
I'm
thinking about it.
Now, was that through a lack of effort or just not really wanting to?
I didn't even try.
Yeah.
I'm currently waiting for I applied for a credit card.
Uh-huh.
Because I actually don't have one right now. And so I'm like, I can build my credit real fast buying a PS5.
Yeah. So for me, I did not buy one or pre-order one, and I did not try to, but that is specifically because I think that later on there's going to be a bundle with the new God of War game.
Ooh, and you're waiting for that with a cool skin and everything. Get that good look, dude.
Yeah, why would I not wait for that? Or
I
at
mean,
least something that doesn't look quite like a router, you know?
Admiral, yeah, hey, it looks great. You shut your mouth.
It looks like a router. You can't deny that it looks like a router.
Fuck you. My router doesn't look like that.
It looks like
My router looks like an
kind of router.
Xbox Series X. How's that make you feel, huh? No, Sponge Daddy knows my router looks like a piece of shit and it's hanging on my wall for some fucking reason.
Here's the thing: is I feel like the design of both consoles this generation is
Weird,
yikes.
right?
It's a little yikes. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey,
They
it's better
both
than-
kind of are a little not my taste, but it's not my taste they're necessarily trying to get, you know?
You know what Microsoft is trying to get, though? I'm kidding. They already got it.
Yeah. Well, they were trying to get TikTok.
And then they settled for Bethesda. Fucking idiots.
How wild of an acquisition was this? I still cannot believe, like, I mean, literal hours before we started, this news dropped, at least in our Discord.
Oh my god, dude. I've been following this hardcore all day. Just reading every article I can see about it because it is just fascinating to me.
Yeah.
What do you think?
There's a lot of good associated with Bethesda. Now, I know you for a fact are not a huge Bethesda guy.
I would even say
due to-
an antagonist to Bethesda.
Fair enough.
I give a shit about gamers.
So I think I think Sponge Daddy hit the nail on the head
It's a
in the
fucking
news section of our
flex.
Discord by saying it is such a Microsoft acquisition to pick up a perpetually underperforming studio, branch. What do you even call them?
They're a publisher. Bethesda's a
Publishers.
publisher.
The Bethesda name, ZeniMax.
Yes.
Yeah,
Cinemax Media, the parent company of Bethesda.
yeah. $7.5 billion.
Wow.
That's it. Shit.
I mean, they paid $2.5 billion for fucking Minecraft, and I bought it for $30. Idiots.
yeah.
But oh man, what a move! This is brilliant for them. This is so smart.
It'll be surprising, in my opinion, because I know definitely plenty of I know you don't like them, but I know plenty of Fallout fans and plenty of Elder Scrolls fans that were PlayStation only. Now, if they've already come out and said, and this ties into the next article as well, that they will honor their exclusive market, right? Bethesda's, that are already set in stone.
Mm-hmm.
But that future console releases are going to be case by case.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be case by case as far as whether or not they decide to put them on PC.
They're going to.
And
That's part of their thing.
Yeah. Well, my thing is, I'm saying I would highly doubt, unless they get like some really good deals done. Like this could be essentially cornering the market in that regard. Of saying, okay, you want Elder Scrolls, you're gonna have to go through us. You want anything Fallout, you're gonna have to go through us.
Mm-hmm.
Just like they did with Minecraft, and
It's smart.
Minecraft is now on the PlayStation. It's now on the Switch.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. I think they looked at Bethesda as having that sort of, not necessarily polished potential, but Do you get what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
they feel
100
like
get
they
what,
can
I get what you're
capitalize
saying.
on those products, those properties in the same way. Otherwise, why would they do it?
Mm-hmm. Sponge Daddy in the chat mentioned that Insomniac was $230 million acquisition for comparison, but that's a developer, not a publisher.
Right.
So that's a big difference. And that's something that you didn't fucking clarify in the Discord, sir.
Me?
I was roasting the shit out of Bethesda, the developer, and this boy comes on and he's like, but they did Doom. And I'm like, no. id did Doom. Arcane did Dishonored.
That doesn't necessarily mean that Bethesda didn't have a hand in it. If they're publishing it, then
No.
everything goes past them. They're
It
the
goes
filter
past
for
them,
it.
but they don't have to put it on their shitty ass 17-year-old game engine.
That's fair.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, you didn't say that.
I didn't think I needed to. I thought it was clear that Bethesda develops Fallout and Elder Scrolls. They don't develop Doom or Prey or Dishonored. All these successful, I mean, like, I say successful, come on, Fallout's successful, Elder Scrolls is obviously successful.
Yeah.
They also don't develop Wolfenstein.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just like, the thing that's fascinating to me, and with all of the acquisitions that Microsoft's made so far, is they're very clear about giving their developers complete and total freedom. They're basically they're basically a wallet for these developers, is what
Yeah.
they're saying,
I get the same sort of vibe with that.
and it's fucking incredible to me.
However, just 'cause, I mean, they're not going to be a wallet for them without expecting money put back into it.
I mean, they'll get money. People are
Exactly.
going to buy Elder
I'm
Scrolls
out.
6.
Yeah. I'm saying, I don't know. I don't know what to expect as far
Do you
as
think they
future releases go. Like Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, that's not coming out on the PS6. That's coming out on the PS7, maybe PS8,
We'll see.
if it comes out at all. It's coming out. They played Skyrim music over the trailer that said Elder Scrolls 6, so it's coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, they were working on Fallout 4 though. That's
Yeah.
why they weren't working on Elder
Also,
Scrolls, and now they're working on what's that Star one they're working on?
Star
Citizen.
says, is it
Star Citizen? No. Star what?
Star?
Scalebound.
No, shut the fuck up. Fucking starting to piss me off here.
Rip
God damn it.
Scalebound.
Also, I will just say, just because you don't like those games doesn't mean other people don't like those games.
I'm not saying that they're bad games. I
and
just
I
wish they
also
were
don't think
fucking
that-
finished.
I also don't think that. Well, okay, I'll agree that given
Starfield.
Starfield, yes, Starfield. Actually, I'm looking forward to that.
Dude, it looks
even though
amazing.
even though I totally forgot the name. It was more brain fart than anything.
I mean, me and Brandon used to talk about Starfield because it's been in development forever, and it's a really cool idea, and it's really exciting. I just wish.
I wish that the time that we spent waiting meant that they were ironing out bugs and not trying to develop the interest. Because here's the thing with all right,
Hit me.
leaning forward because this is the moment in where I'm down a stock and I need to come back. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
The thing that a lot of Bethesda fans really love are those little vignettes of like stories. Like you go into a destroyed building in Fallout, right? And you see like skeletons holding hands on the toilet or whatever, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
they
what are the
died.
skeletons'
They
names?
died in love taking a shit, right? And they have a note there, whatever. It tells their whole fucking life story, right? Whatever.
Okay.
I'm not too wild on that. I'm just more like it's neat to kind of rummage around and like build stuff in these worlds, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm about more so than anything else, or like maximizing my potential in Skyrim, right? So that's why I like it. Even though every single bug in these gigantic worlds is not necessarily pinpointed. And you know what? Sometimes in these giant landscapes that Bethesda makes, there are bugs that actually turn out to be features. You just put it that way.
Yeah, that's Todd Howard. All right, Todd Howard's on the line. He would like to thank you.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, a lot of people were laughing, not pissed off, when they got smacked by a giant in Skyrim and they went flying up and hit the top of the skybox.
That was really fucking funny.
Yeah, those were some of the best. I mean, those were some of the best fails
Or like,
of the gaming week when that game first came out.
or like the mammoths just stacking.
Yes.
Like bricks. It's like,
Yes.
what? They just like get up and shift and get on top of each other, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah.
No. See, here's the thing, and Sponge Daddy mentioned it in the chat. My defense of Elder Scrolls is that there's no open world game that's as ambitious, and that's a fact.
That's true.
And there is no open world game that's as ambitious. Not even, yeah, not. Mach mentioned GTA and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, but like those are very differently open world games.
Yeah.
The customization and stuff and everything in Elder Scrolls is just so deep. It's so deep. It's so incredible.
Also, the thing with GTA is, you can't sit and talk to literally every NPC.
That's
like
true.
it's a fundamentally empty world that is more of a sandbox to just fuck around in versus Elder Scrolls. Every character you can talk to and have some sort of dialogue with.
And most characters have stories.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, there's some where it's, what's wrong? Someone took your sweet roll. That's, a lot of these lines start becoming memeable because
there's so
they
many
have to be reused because there's so many other assets that they're trying to account for.
Yep.
I don't know how this turned into a big Elder Scrolls fucking fiasco, other than the fact that it's Bethesda we're talking about,
Yeah.
So my hope is that they are not just a wallet for Bethesda, and that in fact they are able
Hold them
to
accountable.
offload and maybe explain to them, hey, here's how we were thinking cloud computing can work, instead of just trying to have all assets on a disk or having to install some assets on the hard drive so that you can even run the game. I think that would be way better than just saying, here's a bunch of money, figured out,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I think with the resources that Microsoft has, Bethesda, the developer, has the opportunity to do some insane, cool shit.
And yeah, I think
I
so
just-
too. I agree.
Okay,
Here's
cool.
the thing, though, is I agree with you. The fact that, there is a lot of polish needed still for these games.
And-
I'm just trying to make the same argument and explain myself as far as the same way that Sponge Daddy is saying that, they are so deep for as huge as they are.
It's true. It's incredible. And definitely not denying that. Like, no one is doing with Worlds what Bethesda, the developer, is doing.
You could probably argue CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, that's true.
But even they're downsizing because a lot of people apparently didn't finish The Witcher 3. But that was a side note as far as the news goes compared to the rest of this.
Okay, so funny. I actually pulled up. I have an article from Games Radar pulled up right now. Bethesda's overhauling its engine for Starfield and the Elder Scrolls 6. So it's the same engine again, but it'll just be interesting to see how they're gonna overhaul it. Because basically, what they've been doing previously with this engine from 2003 is they just keep working on the graphics.
Yeah.
Just keep upping the graphics, which makes sense because people want better graphics. But they just keep focusing solely on that, and other things are being left behind. And I'm hoping with the resources that Microsoft has, they can cover more.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm not saying that like I thought the glitches in Skyrim were fucking hilarious. I remember checking out so many memes, so many GIFs, so many videos, being like, "That's great." But I also know people who tried to play that game on PS3 and literally couldn't.
Yeah. My roommate, my old roommate,
It was one of those people, right? And it's the same
he
thing with
would
Fallout
he
3 on
would get to
PS3.
exactly the same spot every time in the DLC for Fallout 3, and his PS3 would literally just shut off. Wouldn't
Yep.
even it would just shut off. Or
Yep.
sometimes if he was lucky, it would freeze, and he'd be able to say, "Hey, look, this is the same spot I always freeze at." Or
God.
you know, so we'll see.
I think it's really exciting. I really hope it works out for him. I'm not expecting a lot. I'm just hoping. But I also really hope Bethesda games are exclusive to Xbox.
That's the other thing. That's the end goal of what I was all trying to say. Right there.
Optimization, baby.
Yeah. Optimization. And I mean, to me, like I don't know. I just feel like Microsoft could do that. They have made a perfect acquisition here.
Yes.
In my opinion.
I wholeheartedly agree. With Game Pass and everything, just all of those Bethesda games on Game Pass, dude. Holy shit.
That is a huge get. And I think, in my opinion, way better money spent than on TikTok. But
oh, I 100% agree. How do you make money on TikTok? Ad revenue, I guess? I don't know. That makes sense, but still, right?
Yeah.
Like, God, they lucked out, man. TikTok's going to be a nightmare for Oracle and Walmart, and they can deal with that shit.
Yeah. Good luck.
But, oh, man.
Godspeed.
Godspeed.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
And
like, it's being mentioned in the chat that PC Skyrim was OP, and that's 100% true. I just wish they hadn't released an unfinished game onto a console and made a whole bunch of money off of some poor dumb bastards that were trying to enjoy a game.
Also, it shouldn't be on the players to develop your game for you.
No,
I'll agree. I mean, I'm with you there. You know.
Yeah, with with mods and everything.
Also, you shouldn't charge people for mods that they made.
I was just about to say that. Goddamn, dude, that was ridiculous.
That was probably peak, in my opinion. Probably peak bullshit on Bethesda's part, in my opinion. I'd
say so. Yeah.
So after all that, let's end on a happy note, right?
Yeah, hit me.
If you pre-order Super Mario Party and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you'll get a $10 Target gift card right now, in store and online, until October 4th on Target. So there you go.
I think that was cool. Super Mario Party really got fucked over.
I totally agree. It got totally overshadowed. And I remember that being one of the things that I was like extremely hyped for when the Switch was announced in the first place.
Yeah. Because the thing, they just left it behind, and it has such good mini games. It's so fun. It looks so good, and they just totally didn't give a shit about it. And it makes me so mad because Super Mario Party is a great game. It's a good game. It has potential to be a great game, but they don't give a fuck about it.
I'd be okay with doing like a Super Mario Party stream of some sort. God damn, that'd be so. Maybe next week I might just come there. If you wouldn't mind me coming down there. And maybe doing the podcast a little earlier so that I can get home at a decent hour. I'd be down to pop over to your place.
We'll do it here and we'll play some Mario Party for y'all.
Yeah. I'd be down to do something like that. Yeah.
That sounds fantastic. We should do that at least once a month. We can rotate.
Yeah.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
All right. For those of you who are watching us and this and you're
In our
not
new segment.
willing to hear anything about fantasy football, you can end the stream right here. We thank you for watching. Please give us a like, favorite, subscribe, all the good stuff across all the platforms, Twitch, YouTube. Join us on Discord, Facebook. We're everywhere.